This is the day, this is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Surely someone should buy me instruments. Anyway, today I am in love with this song because I have attached some new meaning that I had up to now not really got from the message. And by the time we end this talk on the monk who sold his Ferrari, you will actually know why. This is the third part, and it is also the final part of the book. The last time we spoke, I presented two aspects of life, two principles of life, two elements of life that we said are important. And remember, they were out of the 7 that Julian shared with John after his return from the land of the sages. The first was the mind, and the message was that we should nourish it and guard it because it's the engine of life. Especially a purpose-driven life. But anyway, even one that is not driven by purpose, which is it's driven by the subconscious mind, and the person may not even know what's going on. But anyway, the mind is the engine of life. So we should guard and nourish it accordingly. The second was purpose. Every one of us has a purpose. If you live consciously, then your life will be driven by purpose. Everyone should care to cultivate their purpose. You should set goals and work towards achieving them. Those are the two that we saw. Now the third today is Kaizen. And Kaizen is nothing other than that we should day by day nourish our bodies, our minds, and our souls. And the purpose of this is to achieve, first of all, to come in touch, constant touch with yourself, with your inner self, and by that achieve self-mastery and self-awareness, so that you are able to build every day on that growth and build your competences to drive your purpose home. I hope these things make sense to you. But if they don't at this point, do not really worry. By the end of this discussion, you will have figured out what I'm talking about. So Julian goes ahead to break down how to do this, how to day by day nourish your body, your mind, and your soul. And this is what he says. The first thing is solitude. Solitude is an alone time, a time when you are alone in silence, contemplating your purpose, contemplating your challenges, contemplating your calling, trying to understand why you're here, or even just interpret certain situations to yourself. It works best when it's a silent place, it's calm, there is beauty surrounding it. That's why you see people go to gardens. Here in Kampala, Bahai is one of those places that people have gone to. But sometimes it's your own garden, as long as you're sure it's silent and it will offer the serenity that you need to tap into the richness of your mind. And we have said that what you're looking for is to connect with the creative power that lies inside of you, and the source of intelligence. And the other way that you can do the constant growth is to appreciate the power of your physical body and nourish it. One of the surest ways is exercise. The second one is what you feed on. Yeah. The purpose again is to and block creativity, but also give you the physical energy to help you. Because if you're physically energetic and healthy, then your mind is going to be of use to you. Your body is going to serve your mind better. But also, eat the right food, gather knowledge, do personal reflection, wake up early. That time in the morning is very beautiful time with this peace. The world is not yet noisy, and so you can delve into the sweetness of that moment and concentrate on your cause. And then music, music relaxes the soul. Music is magic. And then the spoken word, the mantras, if you know mantras, the positive affirmations, speak upon yourself. More like how a prophet would do it for you. You're going to be rich, you're going to be prosperous, you're going to have many children. You can speak those things to yourself. And then build positive habits every day. Build a positive habit. For example, if you are a positive habit, one that has just come to me is the time you eat dinner. If you have to have dinner, practice not to have it too late into the evening. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, maybe even 8 o'clock should be the last time you eat before you sleep. If you do that, the first days it's difficult because you're used to having your huge thing of dinner, maybe a heap of, maybe that's a bit unkind, but lots of food anyway. Practice having just a little. Latest 7 o'clock. The first week is going to be hard, and then before you know, it will become a part of you. And so should you do for all the other habits. You want to stop smoking, you want to stop drinking, you want to stop all those funny things. Develop that habit, and then embrace simplicity. You don't have to do everything under the sun. You don't have to have the biggest to-do in town. And I mean the to-do list. Choose smaller things, fewer things, but which carry a lot of value for you. And that is Kaizen. Now the next thing is building discipline. Building discipline means you are building your willpower. You decide what you spend your time on. You decide your body and you decide to serve your mind. If something is in disagreement with your mind, you don't do it. You are practicing asserting your will. For example, what can I think of? Let's think of, again, we are going to relate it with your effort to break bad habits. So for example, procrastination. You've been meaning to start on a diet. Maybe you are looking to cut weight. You're looking to start on a diet, but you've never sort of gathered the courage and confidence to do it. If you just take a step and say, I'm going to do it whether I enjoy it or not, then you are exerting your willpower. The more you do that, the more discipline you build. Even waking up early itself is not easy if you're not used to it. So you start, and the first day, the second, third, and fourth day doesn't feel very nice. But because you are up to something positive, you exert your will. You say, I will wake up at 5, whether my body is enjoying it or not. I will serve my mind. Other examples of things that you could use developing your willpower on are things like stopping to worry, stopping to complain, exert your willpower. The next is managing time. How good are you at managing this resource? You know, we don't have eternity to stay here. There is this saying, if youth only knew, if age only could. And it speaks to the fact that the young people have all the energy they need to do whatever it is that needs to be done. Unfortunately, they don't have the knowledge and the experience. So there is not much that they can do, especially regarding their purpose and calling. Now, the old people, the second part of the saying refers to the old people. They have all the knowledge, or so we think. They have the experience, they have seen it. They know the things that they should have done. But unfortunately, they no longer have the energy to do it. And therefore, if youth only knew, if age only could. But it's not too late, because we're still alive, we can still do certain things. So let's manage our time better. And how do we do this, managing time better? Identify time wasters and cut them out of your life. I can give you examples. The mobile phone, if not used properly, is a time waster. You don't have to pick every call. Some people call and blast a whole 30 minutes of your time talking about blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the call, you don't really see the value the caller has brought. It's good to call and just chat with people, but how much time do we spend on it? Social media, how much time do we spend on Facebook, just being on Facebook, just being on WhatsApp, just being on Instagram and TikTok and all those things? They're good, they're very good, but we should not spend too much time focusing on them. There is this, the golden rule, you know, that 20%, 80%, I forget the name of the principle, but do you know that only about 20% of the activities we engage in every day give us the most significant impact? The rest of the 80 are just things that we do for just. So it feels good to feel busy, but what are we busy doing? What is it that you're committing your time to? So you 20% of the activities are those activities that are really powerful. And if we could each identify those activities, then we would take deliberate effort to even increase them and make them count the more, and then reduce the 80% which just goes to waste. So those are 5. The 6th is your contribution. This is not the first time that we are speaking about contribution. It's service to others, service to community. What have you done? The quality of your life, in the end, will boil down to the quality of your contribution. What is it that we've done for others? Acts of kindness. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to insult that border guy. You didn't have to answer back your spouse the way you did. That beggar, you didn't have to remind them that they are idle, they're not doing anything, they are normal, they have both hands, they have both everything, even if they do. Bottom line, be nice, be good to people, But we have said already that unless you learn to feel good about yourself, unless you learn to appreciate the person that you are, it is difficult to do these things for someone else. That is why the point the point that you should start from is yourself. Then you are able to spill over and give others of your love. Be kind to people. It is not necessary to win. It's not necessary to be the best, to be the right one all the time. Care more about people, your impact on other people. I can be wrong and you can tell me I'm wrong, but how do you say it? What relationship do you have with the people that you interact with? Your family, your children, your neighbors, your colleagues, even your competitors, even your co-wife or co-husband for that matter. Cultivate being good. Cultivate goodness within yourself to begin with, and then outward. Give materially. Give spiritually. Just give and make the world a better place for that person. So, contribution. And then lastly, and this is why this is the day that the Lord has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in it. Live in the now. Because now is all we have. Tomorrow we cannot reach. Yesterday is water under the bridge. Everything that happened yesterday. It may not be useless because it's a basis for our experience and everything, but it is gone. So we can't retrieve it. We can't improve it. We can't. So live in the now. In the now with your family. In the now, right now. As in, if you're watching this video, feel it, watch it. If you have chosen to listen to me, listen with all your heart, with all your focus. Because otherwise, you are not in the now. You're not in tomorrow. You're not in yesterday. Where are you? What are you doing where? If we are able to cultivate deeply the moment, then we will tap into the richness that is in it. An example. And I love to talk about this thing. It's not because I judge. It's not because I want to say that someone wins and another person loses. It is so that I would like us to learn a lesson from this thing. I have said before, and I would say again, that I am very, very passionate about the family. The role of the father, the role of the mother, and where the children sit. And from where I stand nowadays, I see that this family is disintegrating. And I don't like the feeling. And I'll do what I can do when I can do it about it. Here's what I'm saying. As the children grow, as our children grow, are we present to watch them? Mommy, are you present? Even if you go to work, when you come back, do you engage with the children? Do you know what they feel? Do you hear their funny stories? Have you read those love letters that they write? The now, don't wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow they won't do those things. Every day they are growing, and they grow so fast, man. And when the time comes for them to go out, you will have missed. You will not bond with them. And don't think this is a joke. You need to bond with your children. Daddy, you are busy. You are making money. That is great because you have to pay fees. But when you're gone, the fees won't count. It's the memories that will count. Don't be too busy making money until you collapse one day and they take you to hospital and then bring you back dead. And the children start saying, oh, he died. And that's all, he died. Maybe who will pay fees? But they won't miss the man that was their father. Create a relationship with your children before it's too late. Children have very interesting stories. They say the most amazing things. It is fun to grow with your children. And that's actually one of the ways that you can cultivate the moment. Family, children, husband, wife, engage, have time, spend time. It's not wasting time. It is not feminine, husband. It is not feminine to be home with the children and rock and roll with the children. It is not feminine to change their diapers. It is heroic for a dad to do that. We will come back to talk about the subject of the family. But this was just for us to know how do we live in the moment. So live with your children, enjoy their childhood, practice gratitude. What you have now, the stuff that you have achieved now, be happy, be engraved in it, enjoy Enjoy the moment now. Enjoy that music now. Look at your wife now and love her now. Enjoy your husband now. Now. Maybe he's poor, but there are certain things that are nice about him now. Enjoy those things. And that's the end of that book. The monk who sold his Ferrari. So 7 key things. Your mind, nourish it. Read good stuff. Get to experience things. Listen to stories. Talk to people. Nourish your mind. Have a purpose. Do your goals. Pursue them. Kaizen. Improve every day, body, mind, and soul. Discipline. Grow your discipline. Grow your willpower. Live in the now. Your contribution. And then lastly is manage your time. 7 things. And our lives will be meaningful. They will be impactful. They will be significant. There will be lives of significance. We will leave legacies. We will matter. We will change. We will transform our lives. We will transform our families. We will transform the neighborhood. We will transform the globe. Serious stuff. Wonderful stuff. Doable, practical stuff. Thank you so much. This is my calling. I enjoy doing it. We'll come back with another book soon. Thank you.